What's poppin', people? All right, so I did a reaction video to DMX's last live stream the other day. You know, I thought DMX was an interesting person, and thought the live stream was interesting, and yeah, the thoughts and feelings I had on the matter I thought was kind of interesting. But what I heard after that is that Charleston White, I don't know if you know Charleston White. Charleston White, I forget what state it was. I want to say it was a southern state. He got into, as a young teen or early teen, he picked up a murder charge, violent hate crime case in which he ended up going to this correctional school facility for many years, and he believes it was what turned his life around, saved his soul, and since then he apparently does a whole lot of work in the legal system trying to get laws and things changed in the system to help people like himself. You know, it's an amazing story, to be honest. I mean, it's really some modern day superhero type stuff. But the reason why I bring him up is because apparently he had not nice things to say about DMX. I'm curious to know why, and what he said and why people seem to be so riled up about it. So without any further ado, let's dive in. He apparently was
Charleston White, we back.
On.
Third time. Man, facts.
This
man,
is this video I'm
on camera,
checking out now is him, I think, about to explain why he called DMX a dope fiend. I mean, DMX had just died. Apparently, he called him a dope fiend, and this is gonna be why. Why did he do it?
In the community and Facebook, but just to see how far you came in 4 months, like you really learned how to master the internet and people's emotions.
Yeah.
And to see, it's like, you know, you say certain things to trigger certain people to get to a certain point. It's like you break people down.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
It's the
it's like a
military
science
concept.
to you.
Yeah, it is. They done that to us as children, homie. When I went through the Texas juvenile justice system, we saw this before, right? So they had to come in and tear down our human emotions. Everybody.
All right, so far in this video,
About DMX,
he's explaining
some things. Some people.
the psychologicals, or the way in which the system, the correctional system / psychiatric counseling system he was in, how they worked at their psychology mindsets and actually tried to break things down to make changes. Yeah.
Look at it
Anyway,
as
about D.
tasteful because of the timely manner you're doing it. He has 17 kids. And
He got 17
although a lot of
kids.
people agree with you. Some people are like, yo,
17
he has
kids
who are mourning right now. Why would you say that about DMX and call him the things that you're calling him with one of his kids could be watching your videos?
So you think they wasn't
That's
mourning
true.
before now? You think they hadn't been mourning before his death? See, a dope fiend dies long before he dies. Right? A drug addict does things to his family.
Dang, that's kind of deep. Pointed out the fact that when you're a drug addict, your family's suffering constantly. He also goes on to say that as a dope fiend, especially as a lifetime dope fiend, one who never gets off, he says you die long before you die. I guess he's kind of right there. I mean, the moment you're not in control of your destiny and your vessel, I guess, yeah, it's hard to say that you're alive or present. That's deep.
The family's not surprised. They ain't mourning. They expect death when you've been drugging and dope fiending as long as he's been dope fiending, right? So
Yeah, family does expect death to a dope fiend.
And the truth don't care about
It's sad.
children's
True.
feelings, parents' feelings, or my feelings, right? So let's look at this. I'm born 1977. Whatever I do in between that dash is what people have a right to speak on the day I tap out of here. So be mindful what you do between that dash. If you die a dope fiend, you a dope fiend, homie. If you die a gangbanger, you a dead gangbanger. So why wait to now to uplift failure when we die? I watched the versus battle between him and Snoop Dogg. What nobody.
That's an interesting point. So he says, why praise somebody so much when they die when you weren't praising them before they died? Or it seems like he's saying, because he goes on to mention the Snoop Dogg battle, it seems like, I guess he's trying to imply that some people get more favor in their passing than they should. Yeah. I think he slyly just said that DMX was far from the best rapper as well. I mean, I can't really disagree with him on any of these points. I think what Charleston seems to do is, yeah, he cuts through some of the sensitivity. I tend to do that too. It's like we live in a world where people want to put Band-Aids on things because it feels good, or what do they call it? Virtue signaling. Everybody wants to virtue signal, but nobody wants to do the work and figure out what the actual problems are, which are the people, the society, the environment, the parents, the individuals, and nobody's trying to actually build up. I look at it like this, in the Marine Corps, and everywhere else you hear, even in team sports, that your chain is as strong as its weakest link. And I feel like in America we've lost that. If we're a chain, then we should be concentrating on the links. And if we were to actually look at each link here in our chain in America, we would find that the average link, or most links, are broken, destroyed. They're not strong, to say the least. And for some reason, we've lost I don't want to say competitive. We've lost the, I don't even know if I want to say traditional, but we've lost the mindset of believing that people could be better, people could be independent, self-sufficient. But it seems like, anyway, I say all that to get back to, Charleston White just seems to be, getting to the heart of the matter, seeing the truth, seeing the problems, almost the opposite of virtue signaling. Let's go on.
Calling him Great Demon. When he was in and out them motels, I watched the interview with him and his wife. What he took her through, them people got a break now. So all you dope fiends out there.
Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna be honest. When I pulled up this video, I thought he was gonna be somewhat apologetic for what I heard that he had said, which was that he had called DMX a dope fiend. I thought it was gonna be but no, he is unapologetic. And I get it. I mean, I get it, man. I got 15, 16, 17 kids and smoking crack and yeah. Let's go on.
Homie, you go die in shame. That's the pity of dying a dope fiend, homie. People go say you died a dope fiend. That's the pity of not redeeming yourself, homie. Can't nobody say Charleston is this. Because when they gonna look at my life, they gonna say, no, man, he been working with kids. What the stuff that he did as a child Man, I done redeemed myself from 1998 to now. From when I done got out the facility.
Now, when you say failure, what do you mean by failure? Because he sold millions of copies of CDs.
That don't mean nothing when you ain't got your masters. That don't mean nothing, homie, to them kids, because you sold 50, 100 million records, but your kids got to bear the shame of their daddy being a dope fiend. He means something to y'all because he sold all them records, but to his kids, he was a struggling drug addict who couldn't get it right and died before the world as a dope fiend. What does those records mean when you died with that?
Damn. He's got a... God. Yeah, he just called X out for not owning his masters, dying as a dope fiend, embarrassing his family, having them suffer the whole time. It is...
Your family don't get nothing from those records. What does those records mean to black people when white people got all the rights to them? What do they mean? And by the way, Jay-Z didn't buy those masters.
Yeah, that was a fake story.
That was a fake story.
No source, nothing. That was fake.
Ain't nobody bought nothing for him before he died. Ain't did nobody go get him? But it's something that I know personally that I can't say, homie. That I can't say about this situation that give me the conviction to speak how I speak. Just know I ain't wrong, homie. Some of us make choices, and our choices is going to lead us to the graveyard because we like our choices. We like getting high. We like doing drugs. We like robbing. We like gangbanging, and those choices have consequences.
Now, to be fair, he came out with a video.
Choices have consequences.
He did an interview and he spoke out why he does drugs. He said he was laced at the age of 14. So it was kind of like...
So when you molested at 14, do you still molest when you're 50? What happens to you as a child? Okay, that's fine and dandy. But at some point, you know, I know plenty of people that smoked the mold, had a lace thing and didn't know it was laced. But they didn't grab hold on to how it made them feel. Yeah, okay, somebody snuck it on you. You know that's wrong. You know what this is doing at 15. At 18, you see the consequences of what this drug is doing to you. At 25, you have an understanding that I'm a drug addict. At some point, you go into rehab at 26. At 28, some point, you have an episode of a drug overdose. At 29, your wife is telling you. At 30, your children is saying, Daddy, look what this drug is doing. At 35, you have another drug overdose. At 40, you got to be saying, man, I can't keep doing this. At 45, when do you say, man, I know this happened to me at 14, but I can't keep blaming this. What happened to me is at 50, when do you say, homie? What happened to me as a kid, I got to forgive and forget and move on. So you telling me all you grown men still walking around here with these unresolved childhood issues, beating your woman, abandoning your kid, and getting high because of what happened to you as a kid, man, get off the bullshit. You like the way dope make you feel, like the way I like the way it make me feel when I smoke weed. I like the way head feel. I like the way sex feel. I like the way it feel to put on pretty clothes and go somewhere and make a hoe watch me, man. So no, nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with childhood.
Have you ever did drugs more serious than weed?
Well, damn. Charleston White did it again. Made excellent points. Excellent points on some no BS. Yeah, I mean, I'm with them 100%. I thought for sure this was gonna be yeah, man, I think he went a little too far type situation, but nah, yeah, damn, you know, I do sympathize. I sympathize obviously with the family and friends and even DMX. I sympathize with him and his demons, but yeah, You know, we got to fix our links. We got to strengthen our links. We got to make our chains stronger. You know, our household chains, our family chains, our community chains, all of our chains. We got to make them stronger, y'all. All right, this is your boy Josh reacting to the Charleston White calling why he called DMX a dope fiend.